So I've been reading a manga for maybe almost a couple of weeks, man. I picked up on Fairy Tale: The 100 Years Quest, and let me tell you, it's good. Not because I love Fairy Tale, but nah, it's just I just love Fairy Tale in general. But I'm not here to talk about any manga or anything about that, and that's what I'm doing on my second channel. If you guys want to go check that out, but it's just I'm now finally enjoying reading as much as I wanted to for a while. I've been reading online manga, but I really want to get like a physical copy of my own and just have a whirl at it, man. Just buy a manga, read it, and see how I feel about it. So I bought like at least Fairy Tale Zero and a couple of the 100 Year Quest books of Fairy Tale, and I'm just enjoying the reading and like how it is. And it's literally funny because the first time I ever picked up a manga, and everybody may have the same experience as I did. Whenever if you guys ever experiencing the for manga first time, or like even know what it was, or as a kid, when I picked one up, I was really confused on why the fuck were the pictures the other way around. So when you usually read a book, it's usually right. You usually read it to the right side of the book, but no, mangas you had to read from the left side, and that literally confused me as a kid. And like I thought, like the word manga didn't even cross my mind, because I literally thought manga as a kid was just like comic books, Japanese comic books. I'm pretty sure that's what people just replaced it as. Like, well, during my generation of like we didn't concept this as a manga or anything. We just concept this as a Japanese comic book, a Japanese version comic book. That's literally what my generation thought, or at least that's what I think of what they thought they replaced it as, and not just calling it manga. But for me, I really did not enjoy reading as a kid, because I was terrible at reading, especially in elementary school. That's like the whole reason I was fucking just stayed there and got held back because of that. I have a fucking weird connection with reading. I love to read things I want, but I don't want to read the things I don't want. No, I don't feel like doing. And now that sometimes in my school they usually have carts full of free books, and I picked up at least like 4 or 5 different books that I think that I find interesting. And growing as I am now, I'm just being open-minded to things that around the world. I picked up a book about the Eastern philosophers. Like, I am really interested about those guys, the philosophers and all that stuff. I want to know their ideas and all that stuff. I think one about Einstein, which is one of the smartest guys in the world. Picked up a book on him, and I don't know what else, but other stuff was just really interesting and informational books that I think I would enjoy reading once I find the time to actually read, because the only time I ever get to read is if I'm not in my room, because when I'm in my room, I have my Xbox, and when I have my Xbox, that's the end of story on that one. But I'm like, I usually just pick just a book or a manga, just take it with me, and when I have the time to do nothing at my classes, I usually just put on headphones, listen to music, and just have a good read and everything. And it just gets me thinking of like what I'm reading. But yeah, I am enjoying reading as much as like parents, schools, teachers like wanted us to. And it really takes like a certain, I don't know if it was like the demographic of like reading, but like a certain like book, or it's just like took me just manga to finally open my mind a little bit of just like, hey, maybe like at some point we should read something else that I might find interesting. So yeah, I picked up some few books. So I'm ordering a lot of more manga, because that's just how I am. I'm getting like the whole Fairy Tale manga, even though I watched the anime, but it's just something great about just reading the original source of material, like getting like the actual gratifying details of like, wow. Like basically, at least I picked up on 3 different series of mangas that's not from the any anime that I watched, and the only ones I did pick up that I watched was JoJo's Fairy Tail, which is no obvious, Miss Koyabashi's Dragon Maid, and what is it, Uzi-chan Wants to Hang Out, and oh my god, really, really funny in my opinion. I can't wait to just finish reading all those mangas and just keep doing it more. I'm becoming one of those people that I decided now I want to read manga. I'm gonna have like a bookshelf. I wanted originally to have a bookshelf to keep all my video games, like my physical copies, on there, because I don't want to put it in a basket or a lot of shit. I like a bookshelf is like really nice to have in a room, especially if you're a collector of things, which for me is going to be manga and physical copies of video games. But I think I'm going to be dying down on that. Excuse me, on that. Maybe just for certain video games that I might grab physicals. But yeah, most of it is just going to be all manga. And I just can't wait just to buy a shit ton and just keep on reading. Like, I plan myself to not only read the manga of the anime adaptation I watched it from, but just branch out on mangas that, you know, that I might find interesting. One of them is called the High School, like Frozen in Time. Another one is Chainsaw Man. And the other one is about these 2 girls and their romantic fantasies and all that stuff. So, you know, I picked like an interesting case of, you know, new series that I want to branch out and just trying, because it's just like that with anime. But I don't want to wait for the anime now, because now that I'm enjoying reading manga, I should just, you know, enjoy just branching out on things that haven't been fully animated yet and just have a good read of the original source material. But yeah, man, it's a really good passing time, and I just want to share this with you guys, because, like, if you guys don't enjoy reading, that's fine, but maybe at some point you should read something that you find interesting and just keep on going with it. Maybe if it's not manga, it could be any books, cooking books, comic books, just anything that you might find interesting. I don't know, man. That's just like a me thing, but I just want to come out on here and just talk about it. So yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think about reading, if you guys read manga or anything else you find or interesting, or just share your whole reading experience with me. Just, you know, leave it down below in the comments. I would just love to read, like I always do. Love to read what you guys have to say. If not, that's okay with me. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you on the next one. Have a wonderful morning, night, day, evening, whatever the occasion is. Stay safe out there. Oh my gosh. And I'll see you all in the next one. Later. Take care.